Ethiopia, the land that defined humanity. Before the world was divided by borders, before history was written in books, before civilizations rose and fell, there was Ethiopia. A land older than time. A land that never bowed. A land where humanity itself began. Welcome to Ethiopia. Not just a destination, but the origin of human civilization. The cradle of humankind. In the heart of Afar, under the blazing African sun, lies one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Here, scientists uncovered Lucy, a 3.2-million-year-old ancestor of modern humans. This land is not only African history, it is your history. Every step you take in Ethiopia is a step through time. You are not visiting a country. You are returning home. Afar is raw, untouched, and powerful. Volcanic landscapes stretch endlessly. Salt caravans walk ancient trade routes unchanged for thousands of years. This is where humanity first stood upright. This is where the human story began. The empire that shaped the world. Long before Rome fell, long before Europe emerged, there stood the Axumite Empire. Aksum was one of the four great powers of the ancient world, alongside Rome, Persia, and China. Here rise the giant obelisks of Aksum, carved from single pieces of stone, engineering feats still unexplained. Aksum was a global trading empire. One of the first Christian civilizations on earth. A center of diplomacy, commerce, and faith. Legend says the Ark of the Covenant rests here, guarded for centuries in sacred silence. Aksum is not ruins. Aksum is living history. Addis Ababa, the political heart of Africa. Welcome to Addis Ababa, the political capital of Africa. Modern, energetic, and cultural, Addis is where tradition meets progress. It hosts the African Union, global diplomatic missions, museums that preserve human origins. From bustling Mercado, Africa's largest open market, to elegant cafes where coffee culture was born, Addis is alive with rhythm and soul. Coffee is not a drink here. It is a ceremony. An invitation. A moment of connection. The victory that shook the world, Adwa. In 1896, the world expected Ethiopia to fall. Colonial armies advanced. Africa was being divided. But Ethiopia stood alone. United under Emperor Menelik II. At the Battle of Adwa, Ethiopians defeated a European colonial power. This was not just a military victory. It was a victory of dignity. Adwa became a symbol of African resistance. Black independence. National pride. It inspired freedom movements across Africa and the diaspora. Ethiopia was never colonized. This land does not tell stories of defeat. It tells stories of victory. Gondar, the castles of Africa. Hidden in the highlands lies Gondar, once the royal capital of Ethiopia. Here stands Fazil Gebi, a complex of castles surrounded by stone walls. European, African, Middle Eastern. The architecture blends civilizations into something uniquely Ethiopian. These castles witnessed royal ceremonies, political power, cultural brilliance. Walking through Gondar feels like entering a forgotten fairy tale. This is Africa like you've never imagined. Bahir Dar and the source of the Blue Nile. From Lake Tana flows one of the world's greatest rivers. The Blue Nile. Bahir Dar is peaceful, green, and spiritual. Nearby, the Blue Nile falls thunder with raw power, known locally as Tizisit, smoking water. Ancient monasteries sit quietly on Lake Tana's islands, preserving manuscripts older than many nations. This river shaped Egypt, but it was born in Ethiopia. Bale Mountains, Africa's roof. The Bale Mountains rise dramatically above the clouds. Here you'll find alpine landscapes. Rare wildlife found nowhere else on earth. Endless silence and beauty. From Ethiopian wolves to breathtaking plateaus, Bale is a paradise for nature lovers. This is Africa's hidden gem, untouched and unforgettable. Culture, diversity and soul. Ethiopia is home to over 80 ethnic groups, each with its own language, music, dress, traditions. Yet all share one thing: pride. Music echoes through valleys. Dance tells ancient stories. Food brings people together. Injera, spices, and flavors unlike anywhere else. Ethiopia does not imitate the world. The world once followed Ethiopia. A land that feels alive. Ethiopia is not polished. It is real. It challenges you. It humbles you. It changes you. You don't just see Ethiopia. You feel it, in its mountains, in its history, in its people's eyes. Why visit Ethiopia? Because Ethiopia offers what few places can: authentic history, untouched beauty, pride without apology, humanity's beginning. This is not mass tourism. This is meaningful travel. Come not as a tourist, but as a witness. Come see where humans began. Come feel what freedom means. Come discover Ethiopia. Ethiopia is not waiting to be discovered. It has always been here. The question is not why visit Ethiopia. The question is, why haven't you yet?